Now, your forecast first, sponsored by Matex Heating, Cooling, and Plumbing.
Good evening, everyone, and thank you for joining us late on your Thursday night. An absolutely beautiful day across the viewing area as high pressure brought that sunshine and really clear skies throughout our night. But a warm front is moving into the area, which is going to be warming up those temperatures tomorrow into the upper 80s. But today we were right at average for this time of year, and we are staying on the warmer side as that warm air does filter into the area here. So we're at 69 in Champaign, 71 in Mattoon, mid-70s down south in Effingham, 71 in Taylorville, and upper 70s up north there in Pontiac, also in Watseka. And we're really not going to be falling all that much further, but we have lots of active weather to talk about in this 7-day forecast. I'll be tracking all of those storms coming up as WCIA 3 News starts right now.
Now from WCIA 3 News.
The race for Macon County Sheriff was won 2 years ago by one vote. Why there's now going to be another recount.
Anytime there's any outbreak, it takes a lot of work.
Plus, more people have tested positive for COVID-19 after an unofficial prom in central Illinois. Now, the public health district is trying to track the spread. And you usually find fish in lakes, but one in central Illinois is now home to something else.
You're watching your local news leader. This is WCIA 3 News at 10.
The court made its ruling, and now the ballots from the 2018 general election for the office of Macon County Sheriff will be recounted. Good evening, I'm Paul Cicchini. A date's been set. On July 7th, the clerk's office is required to manually recount each vote. As we previously reported, Jim Root lost the election by one vote to Tony Brown. Root's contested it in court ever since. WCIA 3's Jennifer Jensen has the story.
The result in the 2018 general election for Macon County Sheriff was a close call.
Mr. Brown, or the sheriff now, was declared the winner, and it was a one-vote margin.
The court ruled that a full manual recount of all the ballots under the supervision of the county clerk must be done because there could have been voter error discrepancies.
When the votes are tabulated, if a voter doesn't properly cast their ballot, meaning they've marked the ballot outside of the box in some way, the machine wouldn't count that. It would be counted as a no vote, not a vote for either candidate.
The manual recount would ensure that all votes are properly counted.
There will be one Republican judge and one Democratic judge that will do the counting and the sorting of all of the ballots. Mr. Root and Mr. Brown will be allowed to have one observer at each table.
The current term for Macon County Sheriff runs until 2022. Potentially, if the recount results in a majority vote for Jim Root, he would take over the position for the remainder of that time. Jim Root's lawyer gave a statement on this that says, in part, quote, "Given the one-vote margin, it is obviously important to do this by hand so that we obtain as accurate a count as possible. Of course, we hope that the recount goes in our favor, but more than that, we believe that the voters of Macon County deserve a final result that they can have confidence in," end quote. Reporting, I'm Jennifer Jensen, WCIA 3, your local news leader.
There were 39,309 total votes cast for the Macon County Sheriff's race in 2018. The county clerk says the recount could take between 3 to 4 weeks. We reached out to Sheriff Brown's lawyer for a comment, but have not received a response. What started as a family wanting to show appreciation for Decatur police turned into a large crowd outside of the department. Officers were greeted with a 4th of July themed crowd and food. This comes in the midst of conversations between Decatur city leaders and activists about possible racial equity reforms that go beyond law enforcement. And police say those conversations are important. The organizer says she felt the police needed to feel some positivity.
Just supporting our police officers, coming together as a community, thanking them for everything they're doing, just having something positive out there.
Anytime that we can come together and have a good conversation, positive is going to come from it.
The deputy chief says the negative attention on police has been difficult, and the event meant a lot to the force. Here's a follow-up from last night. Neighbors in Champaign are worried about their safety after a shooting near Beardsley Park. It happened last night before 6. Police haven't caught the suspect. The 73-year-old victim was shot in the stomach. No word on how he's doing tonight. Officers don't think it was random, but we spoke with people nearby who are concerned this happened near a public space.
It's a scary thing. I have uncles, I have grandmothers, I have grandfathers that are in their, early 60s, late 70s, or wherever, age they are in. And for them to have to come to the park and somebody target them and shoot them, it's a sad thing.
Now, if you know anything about what happened, you are asked to call police. Also in Champaign, police made an arrest in the shooting of two 16-year-olds. They were shot Tuesday outside the Beardsley Park apartments. 18-year-old Carlos Jones was taken into custody today. Police say they found a gun during the arrest. Jones faces preliminary charges of aggravated battery with a firearm and aggravated discharge of a firearm. We have an update to a COVID-19 outbreak in one town. 5 additional cases are tied to an unofficial Muhammad prom. Champaign-Urbana Health District says this brings the outbreak to 15 cases. Officials continue to investigate the event on June 13th. Although the self-styled prom was held at a private home, employees at 3 local businesses have now tested positive for coronavirus. That includes Fisher National Bank, Schnucks, and Jimmy John's, which closed its doors for a day. CUPHD Administrator Julie Pride says the outbreak has increased the caseload of contact tracers in the county. Those people are responsible for tracking down people who could have been exposed. Pride says outbreaks like the one in Muhammad make that job more difficult.
Anytime there's any outbreak, it takes a lot of work, as you can imagine, because also everyone who is in isolation, we follow up with them every single day, and we follow up with everyone who is in quarantine every single day. We check on to make sure, see how they're doing health-wise, see if they need any, food assistance.
There are 30 total contact tracers in Champaign County. Pride says as health officials gear up for fall and winter, they are trying to hire more. She says the sooner tracers find out about a case, the sooner they can stop the spread. 894 new cases were announced today in the state. The total is about 140,000 diagnosed cases, with the recovery rate at 94%. The state's positivity rate is about 3%. Now, the number of positive cases this week, again, 3%. Now, 41 more people have died, making it more than 6,800 altogether. Thousands of people are still unemployed in the state, many of them relying on unemployment checks. But for some, that money is not coming. Jerry Stanley was furloughed from his job late last month. He says he's only gotten 1 unemployment check since, and he's overdue for another, but he can't get through to the unemployment office. Stanley also has cancer and says he has medical bills to worry about.
I'm still paying for my insurance. I still have to pay that every 2 weeks, even though I'm not there, just to keep it. So pretty soon, if I'm not getting the unemployment checks, I may or may not be able to pay that either. Then I'm really in trouble. Then it's basically, it's almost a death sentence to me.
We reached out to IDES. They replied through email and said they're working to add more people to answer the phones. When we tried to call their main number, we couldn't get through to anyone. Even during the pandemic, some employers are looking to hire people and fill positions immediately. There was a drive-through job fair in Tuscola today to help people in Douglas County. They could pull through in their cars and get resources and in-person assistance for free. Some of Douglas County's top employers were at the job fair. Workforce development staff with the Champaign County Regional Planning Commission showed people how to get hired and how to further their education.
A lot of people who are getting laid off today have not looked for jobs in 20, 25, 30 years. They don't know what it's like to look for a job in today's economy. Everything is online, and right now everything is virtual because of COVID. And so we're enabling them to get the resources they need, help them with the resumes, help them with interviewing.
The next job fair will be in Watseka, July 14th at the Illinois WorkNet office. Tomorrow marks the start of Phase 4 in Illinois. Restaurants can seat groups of up to 10 people. Other businesses, including gyms, theaters, and banquet rooms, can also open with limited capacity. Willow Pond Golf Course in Rantoul is already open with restrictions, but in this next phase, it can serve food indoors. The GM says that's a welcome change.
Now we're getting into that hot season, and this is going to help, relieve a little bit of stress for people.
They'll be able to seat 50 more people. Also announced today, statewide casino and video gaming is back. Each casino and terminal operator gave a plan to the gaming board. They'll be back July 1st at 9 a.m. The U of I will welcome students back in the fall, but the semester includes dozens of changes. The university says it's allowing students to rent single rooms in dorms and is reserving 5% of its rooms for isolation and quarantine. Classes will be hybrid. That means They'll mix in-person and online instruction. The university started phasing remote employees back to campus this month. Officials say by the fall, most staff will have returned. A lawsuit against 2 U of I social workers has been dismissed for a second time, and this time it happened in state court. It was filed on behalf of Yingying Zhang's estate. The visiting scholar was kidnapped and killed by Brent Christensen 3 years ago. He was sentenced to life in prison. Social workers named in the lawsuit met with Christensen before he killed Zhang. The suit argues they didn't do enough to prevent the crime. An almost identical lawsuit was filed in federal court, where it was also dismissed. People protested outside 2 bars in Campus Town tonight. Pain to Peace organized the Dead Lion protest against the Red Lion and CAMs. They say students of color are often discriminated there. They say they wanted to address the racism in bars on campus. One activist challenged a future county board member to a debate. Why she's telling him no. Plus, Amtrak is one way to get around the state, while you'll have fewer options in the fall. And Zoom calls are the norm for meeting anyone. How it's got one Illini recruited.